Good afternoon, Mets fans, and happy opening week. It is Mr. Met, driving with Mr. Met, here on Monday, the 26th of March. We are 3 days away from opening day, which is Thursday. And I'm recording today probably for the last time, or maybe not. I'm recording today, I'll put it at that. And I want to talk about three of the things that happened with the opening day roster and how they correlated with or did not correlate with what I had thought and what I had predicted over the last week and a half or so. So I was right and I was wrong. So I was right about Seth Lugo starting the season in the rotation. Well deserved for Lugo. And the downside to that is that Zach Wheeler starts the season in Las Vegas, and really that's only a downside for Wheeler himself. And I did predict that Wheeler was going to start the season with the 51s. That is where he will get started, and depending on how things unfold, he may be down there for quite some time, because Jason Vargas is only going to miss probably one turn in the rotation, and assuming that everybody else is healthy, at least for the foreseeable future, I don't know if Wheeler's gonna sniff the big league rotation this year. That would be a good problem to have for the Mets. Unfortunate for Zach, but one of the things that Mickey Callaway and Dave Island have done in spring training thus far is they have held the players accountable. And they've not made excuses, and they've basically said, look, you all have a chance to play and show what you got, and you either got it or you don't. And for Zach Wheeler, unfortunately, he don't, at least not at this point. Speaking of don't, and I was wrong on this one, and I don't know why I even put myself in a position where I could be wrong with this. Hansel Robles starting the season in Las Vegas as well. I don't know why I said he would be on the roster. I think it was because I just couldn't think of anybody else to put there in his place. But Robles' reaction was my favorite out of all of it. It was just like, I was surprised to learn that with my nearly 10 ERA in the spring, I'm not going to start the season with the major league team. Robles, very much like Wheeler, had the opportunity to distinguish himself and make himself part of the team to start the season. He failed to do so in spring training, and so again, he'll start the year with the 51s in Las Vegas. I was right about Jacob Rhame, and I'm interested to see what he can do as we get out of the gate here, out of the bullpen. He had a high ERA in the spring, but he's got a lot of upside, and I'm looking forward to seeing him contribute out of the bullpen. So I was right about Rhame, I was right about Lugo, I was right about Wheeler, and I was way wrong about Hansel Robles. I think in my heart of hearts I was right about him, I just didn't say it. So very much like Wheeler, I'm hoping that we never have to see Hansel Robles ever again, for different reasons. I don't dislike Zach Wheeler. I won't say anything about Hansel Robles. We'll just leave it at that. One other thing I want to point out, the Mets yesterday signed Fernando Abad, or Francisco Abad, I don't know, one or the other, F-word Abad, to a minor league deal. Abad's a lefty specialist, pitched for the Red Sox most recently, I believe, was in camp with the Phillies. They cut him, and the Mets signed him to a minor league deal. Low risk signing. I think it's a smart move. Maybe just a change of scenery would fix things up for him. I guess the Phillies weren't impressed with him this spring. I don't know much about what he did this spring, but it couldn't have been good if the Phillies cut him. So the Mets picked him up, again, low risk, and if he pans out, great. He's another lefty option for the Mets to utilize. So we are 3 days away from opening day. I'm as excited as I've been in a long time. A little bit ago I said that I might not be recording again, but I do want to do a prediction show where I talk about the season, who's going to do what the record's going to be, and I want to do that before opening day. So either tomorrow or Wednesday I will be back with a video where I'm talking about projections and predictions. But until then, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at Mr_Met. Leave a comment below if you have one. And as always, just 3 days away. Let's go, Mets.